guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Motibeast. Today I'm back here with another interesting video, that is episode 2 of my new car guide buying series. So the episode 2 of my new car guide buying series should actually be which engine and transmission options you buy, but I decided to make a video on comparing all the transmissions available in the lineup, as you get a small idea for that so that you understand the next video easily. So in this video I will be first comparing all the 5 transmission options, then saying the names of all the transmission options, then saying the advantages and disadvantages of all of them, and then in the end I will also be giving you the examples of cars which come with that particular gearbox. So with no more further delay, let's begin. Guys, now let's start with the manual transmission. So what's manual transmission? I can say everybody who knows about cars will be knowing about manual transmission, as this basic transmission available in each and every car. So this works with the help of a clutch and a gear lever. So when the clutch is engaged, the gear lever can be changed, so to keep the control on the gear lever, on the rev meter. So the advantages of using them are, it gives you better fuel efficiency than all the other automatics available in the lineup, and you get it's a good choice for who are car enthusiasts, like they like to be in one gear, do revving, racing and all, then manual transmission would be a good choice. Now let's see the disadvantages of manual transmission. So there's only one disadvantage of that which I think, and the disadvantage is that the people who are having leg pain or something, for them it would be a bad choice, as both the legs should be in connection with each other, as the right leg controls the accelerator and the brake, and the left leg controls the left side of the body controls the clutch, and the right and the left hand controls the gear lever in India. So now let's go to the next one, that is the automatic transmission. So automatic transmission is nothing different than manual, than just giving it no manual gears. So if this is the rod, the chassis rod, and if here is the manual transmission discs rotating like this, in automatic transmission discs rotate like this, and there is a small sensor over here which is pre-selected so that the gear will easily shift between the rev meter without the need of any manual control by the driver. So the advantages of automatics are, it gives you 10% less fuel consumption than of the manual transmission. Like if manual transmission is giving you an average mileage of 10 kilometers per liter, then in automatic we'll get it 9 kilometers per liter. So this is the disadvantage. What are the advantages? So the advantages of using automatic transmissions are, they give the people who are having leg pains and all, it gives them a good option for them. The second advantage is they are fast shifting, like they are not laggy. I'm not saying the manual gears are laggy, but when you shift the manual gears you get a jerk like this, but in automatic transmission those jerks are resolved. So now let's go to the next one, that is the AMT. So the AMT is automatic manual transmission. So this automatic manual transmission is mostly available in all the Maruti Suzuki cars available in the lineup. So how does it work? As the name says, it's automatic manual transmission. So the manual gears, the gears are manual, but they are changed automatically. You might be getting confused, right? So let me show you in a small diagram way. So if this is the chassis rod and your gears are running in according to the manual way, there will be 2 sensors placed over here which are coded like in manual transmission, it's coded in the driver's mind, where he takes the total decision, like on this rev meter I will take this much, that rev meter I will take that much. That's why it's for car enthusiasts. But in AMT it's not like that. In AMT the sensors over here are pre-selected, so that there's given a coding that, like JavaScript. In computer we have JavaScript, cookies and all. The same thing, there is something called octo gears or something, I can't pronounce it right now, something called octo gears or something in that, which selects the gear and changes it according to the rev meter. So the advantages of using an AMT are, they are very reliable than the manual transmission. they don't spoil off very quickly than the other automatic transmissions. They give more engine to the life, and these are the advantages. Disadvantages of using this is, yeah, one more advantage is that you can use that if you want to be really what do you say, environment friendly in automatic transmission. If manual is already automatic, manual transmission is already environmental friendly. Environmental friendly means, I don't mean that the bad gas, the carbon gas which comes out from the exhaust, but it uses less fuel, so it saves the environment in that way. So if for example the same thing like automatic transmission, if your normal mileage in the manual transmission is around 10 kmph, then in this will have around 9.2 to 9.3 kilometers per liter. So now let's go to the next one, that is the DCT or the DSG. So DCT and DSG stands for dual clutch transmission. So this is totally different from the automatic AMT and the manual transmissions. So now let me show you how does it work. So if this is the rod of the chassis, and if it's spinning like this, all the manual transmission, the automatic manual transmission and the automatic transmission have a disc which rotates, and the opposite discs which rotates around it to change the gear. But in DSG there are two discs which rotate. Like one disc is for changing odd number gear like 1, 3, 5, while others are for changing even number like 2, 4, 6 are. So the advantage of using this is you get quick shifts between the gears, as the first gear and the second gear are pre-selected. Like as soon as you disengage the first gear, the second gear is engaged, so the lag time decreases. So this lag time concept comes because as there are two discs, immediately they can shift between the throughout, but if there is only one disc, then it needs to rotate the whole thing and then change the gear. That's why it takes more time. Now let's go to the next. I forgot to tell you the advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of DCT is that the shifting between the gears is really quick. After that, the second advantage would be it doesn't consume more fuel, and this is a really eco-friendly gearbox, eco-friendly to the driver, not the environment at all. Now let's see the disadvantages. The disadvantages of an DCT gearbox is the mileage is around 1.5 kmph less. As an example I'm giving, like if you get 10 kmph on manual or any other transmission, then you will get 8.5 to 8.6 kmph mileage. So now let's go to the next and the last one, that is the CVT or the IVT. So the CVT gearbox is basically a gearbox with no gears. You may be getting confused and doubtful, right? Yeah, there are gears, but they are not shifted using the gear lever and all that. Gear lever is there, but the main mechanism works with a belt. Like in cycles, bikes, they have a chain. A belt like the chain will be rotating around the gear lever, which will help the driver to easily change the gear. So the advantage of using a CVT transmission is that they are very more reliable than a DCT or the DSG transmission. The second one is the fuel drawback is really less. So now let's see the disadvantages of them. So the disadvantages of CVT is that the lag time would be more, as there are no two discs. Forget about two, there is no even a single disc to change the gear. As it works on a belt, a little lag may be there. So these were the definitions, the examples, and how does it work about all the transmissions available in the lineup. So that's it for today, guys, and if you like this video, then please do like, share, subscribe to my channel MotorBeast, and stay tuned for the next vlog.